Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Thank you so much for watching. Today we are going to be talking about a bunch of new Maybelline things. I showed these in my most recent drugstore haul and my try-on haul, like the try-on video I kind of did with all of these. So if you want to see these kind of in action, I will link that video for you guys to watch. But I've been trying these things now for a while, and I definitely have some good opinions about these things. At least I think they're good opinions. So if you want to hear what they are, just keep watching. All right, let's go ahead and start off with the face stuff. So this is the SuperStay Full Coverage 24-Hour Foundation. I have the shade Natural Ivory. I did pick this up at Ulta for $11.99, so it's a little bit more expensive than most typical Maybelline foundations, but I assume as this is out on the market longer, the price will drop. Okay. Wearing this today, Natural Ivory is a pretty good shade match for me. I do like to use this with a beauty sponge just because that's typically how I like to use foundations, and also it is a more full coverage foundation, so I like to do that so I don't look super cakey. But this foundation is amazing, you guys. It comes with a pump, which I love, but it has amazing coverage. It is so good. It goes on so nicely. For being a full coverage foundation, it's honestly a pretty thick consistency. It doesn't feel extremely like thick on the face, which I really enjoy. I don't like feeling like I have a huge mask on my skin. So this feels pretty thin, but it has amazing coverage. I love it. It also has really good staying power. Now, maybe after 8 to 10 hours of wear, I might notice a little bit of breaking up on my chin. Not a ton though. Honestly, this I have less like breaking up than like my Too Faced Peach Perfect foundation. I love this foundation so much because it does kind of wear a little bit maybe on the chin, but that's it. It doesn't really wear around my nose or my forehead or anything like that. It really, and all I gotta do is just kind of tap and everything kind of just goes back together. So it's a really easy little fix. It does say that it has a seamless matte finish, and I will say that that is true when you first apply it. I think maybe it doesn't keep me extremely matte like all day. I will notice a little bit of shine, again, maybe after 8 to 10 hours of wear. Nothing extreme though, like nothing to where I even really feel like I need to blot or powder. It's just kind of like, oh, okay, my skin kind of looks normal now instead of like a matte, you know. So it's not bad at all. It doesn't have anything where I'm like, whoa, I'm shiny, I need to like fix this. Nothing like that. It also says that it's breathable and comfortable, and that I will say absolutely is true. It is so comfortable on the skin, like I was saying earlier, but the coverage is still there, which is awesome. And then it does say that it's fade and transfer resistant. Again, that's I think a really like big claim. I think that it transfers less and it's more fade resistant than most foundations that I have tried, but I still notice that a little bit. It says it's oil-free, it doesn't clog pores, it's dermatologist tested. So if you are looking for a really good drugstore full coverage foundation, this is definitely it. It's amazing. Maybelline hit the ball out of the park with this one. It's so good. Okay. Let's move on to some eye face things. So I picked up 2 of their most recent palettes. I got the City Kits Pink Edge one. They do have a more pastel one of this, and then the Total Temptation Shadow and Highlight palette as well. There's only one shade of the Total Temptations palette. So with the Pink Edge one, you are getting 8 eyeshadows, a blush, and a highlight. I am wearing this palette today. All I did was this shade all over my lid, and then this shade in my crease. Really easy. This on the brow bone and on the inner corner. This on my cheeks, and the highlight on my highlighting areas. The highlight is not like extremely pigmented or like extremely shiny. It's a little, you know, glowy, but it's nothing like super extreme. The blush is really pretty. The shadows blend really well. I will say that the shimmers are way better than the mattes. The mattes in this palette are better than the mattes in this one though. I don't know really kind of what they did differently, but I will say I think if you're going to get one palette, I would go with this one, just because I like the shadows in here better, and also the blush and the highlight are really good in here. The highlight is more subtle, but it's still really pretty. Like you can't really see it on camera, but in person it does look really just kind of nice and natural. You get a nice matte black. You get a, like, these two are matte, this one's matte, and then you get 3 shimmers. So you are getting more mattes in here. The shimmers are really nice. They're really like shimmery and like very like potent, but the mattes are just as, I mean, they're good. They blend really well and they're good. They're just nothing that's like blowing my socks off, but this palette is good. This one, the Total Temptations, it's very much like you get a warm side and a cool side. These mattes kind of blend away for me. They are kind of powdery and they just sort of blend into nothingness. The shimmers in here are really pretty. You're getting this one is shimmery and this one is shimmery. They are really metallic and they're really pretty, but again, the mattes are just, they're okay, but they just kind of blend away almost. So they're just, I don't know, they're not great. And then the highlights in here are really pretty. These are more metallic and more shimmery than the highlights in the City Kits palette. So it's kind of like whatever, you know, you want. I'm not saying the mattes in here are so terrible. It's just kind of like, they kind of blend into nothingness. They all kind of look the same after a while. They're just not amazing. And this one is $7.99, or no, I'm kidding, $11.99, sorry. So both of these palettes, $11.99. They're all right. The highlighters in here are a little bit like sparkly for my taste, but they are still a little bit more like, they show up a little bit more than the one in the City Kits. All right, let's move on to a couple more eye things. So the Total Temptation Brow Definer, I have the one in soft brown. This is the new pencil with a really small spoolie. Holy balls, I love this so much. It is so good. It is a really nice pencil. It's thin, but it's not like a super creamy formula or like a super stiff formula. It's a really kind of nice, just middle of the road formula. I like the shape of the pencil. It makes it really easy to kind of just nicely draw that line. And the little spoolie, I'm actually surprised how much I love it. It's so good to kind of just really get that color evenly distributed through. And I think Maybelline is onto something with this like really small spoolie on the end of their brow pencil because it is just, it's really good. And then this is the Lasting Drama Light Liner in Shiny Bronze. This was a miss for me. Not that it's terrible, it's just a little chunky and a little patchy for an eyeliner. It's not like a really smooth, metallic, cool look. It's a little bit duller than I thought too. I thought it was going to be more shiny than it is. And it's a little bit of like a thin formula. So between the thinness of it and like the patchiness and the chunkiness of it still, it's just not my favorite. So I would say skip out on that for sure. The Total Temptation Brow Pencil, by the way, was $7.99 at Ulta. And this, I don't remember how much it was. I picked this up at a store near me called Meyer. But I will link it down below. I believe this is on Ulta's website too. So I'll link everything down below. All right, the last thing I picked up were the new shades of the SuperStay Matte Inks. I didn't get all of them. I got 5 though, which was enough. So today I am wearing the shade Poet. I did line my lips with Flower Beauty's Toffee to just add a little bit more like dimension because I didn't know how pale this was going to be. I love the formula of these so much. You guys know that. That's no secret. But I will say this. What I love about the new line that they put out is that they offered way more nude type of colors. They have this one in Ruler, which is a really pretty like muted red, and then they have these two, Fighter and Amazonian, which are more like orangey type colors. And then they have this one in Visionary, which is more purple. I think they have like Philosopher, which is also purple. And then they have Huntress, which is more gray. But then they have like Poet. And then they have a couple other ones that are more like nude. And then they have a deeper brown. So if you have a darker skin tone and you want a nude color for your skin tone, you can get that as well. So I feel like they put out more like neutral type of shades, which I think a lot of people were craving from the first launch. They put out a couple in the first launch that were more like here, they did, these are the ones I have so far. They put out like Loyalist, which was nude, you know, and then they put out Dreamer, which was kind of pinky, and they put out Lover, but those are pretty much the like neutral shades, you know, that you got in that line. So there's only like 3 in the whole release, where this one, they just kind of expanded that, which again, I think a lot of people were wanting them to do. So I think that was a really good move. And I picked those liquid lipsticks up for $9.49, excuse me. So that is it for this Maybelline overview video and the hits and misses. Overall, I think the best things from this release are definitely the SuperStay Matte Ink, like new releases, love those. The foundation and then the brow pencil, love. I think honestly, these are all right. They're not like knocking my socks off amazing, but they're good. I will say the shimmers kind of do knock my socks off, to be honest. Like when I first used the shimmers, I was like, whoa, hello. They are really, really good. But everything else in them, I'm just kind of like, yeah, it's fine. It's good. Like the blush in here is pretty, but it's nothing like that I don't have. You know what I mean? It's just kind of like meh. And then the biggest miss for me was the shiny liner. So overall, that is it for what I tried from Maybelline recently. I have so much drugstore stuff coming for you guys. I'm so excited. I recently found some new Rimmel stuff. I have some Wet n Wild stuff. So be on the lookout for all of those fun videos. Thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already, and I will catch you guys in my next video. Bye!